Hello there, people of YouTube land. This is the Dodowrestlingfan here today to count down my top 5 favorite boss fights in video games. Now, why would I do this? Well, some might say that bosses don't make a game, levels do. However, if you played games like Shadow of the Colossus, you'll know bosses can make or break a game. They also serve to test your skills at whatever game you're playing, which in my eyes makes them very important. So here they are, my top 5 favorite boss fights ever. Yeah, that was dumb. Start the countdown. Number 5 is Jubileus the Creator from Bayonetta. You know, I knew this was gonna be an epic fight from the fact of the other bosses in this game, which are all great by the way, kept saying after you defeat them, may Jubileus grace you. Grace me? Grace me? I'd rather watch Saving Grace, and that show probably still sucks. I'm scared. This thing's gonna kick my butt. And my feet hurt. But all jokes aside, this thing, like this boss, is so freaking great. The fight against Jubileus takes place in 5 stages and 1 climax event. The first part is inside a space orange. Just use the whips to take it down. Stage 2 has some minor platforming, jump from stone to stone, and don't land in the lava. Stage 3, from fire to ice. This time you have to deal with rolling boulders and spikes, which makes it harder than Stage 2. Also, MLG Pro Strat time, if you equip Odolette, it will protect you from the lake to make things a little easier on yourself. Stage 4 is the air section and easily the hardest part of the fight. The big threat is the laser lightning that comes down from the sky and breaks the small platforms, which I always seem to be standing on. But they don't break the big platforms. Stage 5, you're back inside the space orange. However, Jubileus has a few more tricks up her sleeve, like shooting galaxies to turn Bayonetta into a little girl. Yeah, just small things like that. Stage 6, guide Jubileus' soul through space. That's it. Stage 7 psychs you because the credits already started to roll, but with pieces of Jubileus still falling towards Earth, you gotta stop it, and on a time limit. As you could tell, this boss is just epic. 7, count them, 7 phases, and all are great and memorable. And can you believe that we're just at number 5? Number 4 is the final encounter with Virgil in Devil May Cry 3. Now, this boss takes sibling rivalry to a whole new level. The first 2 times you fought Virgil were mere tutorials compared to the final time you fight him. This game's amazing story is climaxed. Dante and Virgil are about to duel in the gates of hell, and only one can live. Now let's talk about the fight. DMC's no pushover, so of course the final challenge is gonna be hard. Virgil is your equal. He has a devil trigger of his own. His health bar isn't too big, but isn't too small, but he guards a lot, so it'll take you a while to take him down. His attacks are throwing his sword like a boomerang, teleportation, combo attacks, creating exploding orbs from his sword, and etc. I highly recommend using Swordmaster for this boss, but just don't use Gunslinger as he blocks pretty much all gun attacks. Now to bring up another point, the music. DMC loves techno rock. The whole soundtrack to all the games sounds like 9 Inch Nails. But this boss is different. It has orchestral epicness. Wow, I say epic a lot. But all these things together make Virgil my 4th favorite boss in gaming. Number 3 is the Egg Nega-Wisp, part of a complete breakfast. So, Sonic Colors seems to be the only game that the Sonic fanbase can unanimously agree on, and that says something about the quality of the game, as the fanbase are the most picky, whiny buttholes to grace the planet? The only other thing they seem to agree on is creepy-ass hentai fan art, and I'm not showing that, trust me, it's for your own good. Sonic, thinking that he has saved the day from Eggman, he has traveled all 6 planets and is celebrating with Yacker and Tails. Yada yada, funny scene, and boss time. Now this boss fight is great. This marks the first time in 3D Sonic history that Eggman is the final challenge. Now, as much as I love Perfect Chaos and Dark Aya, to be fighting Eggman as the big boss is really refreshing. Now this fight is not hard. It's actually quite easy, but the fun factor makes up for it. He has 3 main attacks. Cube, which summons cubes that you have to quick step out of the way from. Spikes, summoning spikes that you have to jump over. And Laser, same as Spikes, just jump over them. As you make your way through the battle, you're saving Wisp. When you have all of them, you can make Eggman taste the rainbow. All while having orchestral greatness in the background. Menacing design, fun to fight, great music. What more could you want in your boss fight? Seriously, what more could you want? I mean, it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. No, it's number 1. No, it's number 1. That's it. It's number 1. But we have 2 more to go. It's number 1! Number 2, we have Xemnas from Kingdom Hearts 2. Now, what more can anybody say to this guy? Anyone who has played Kingdom Hearts 2 knows just how complete of a fight it is. Even if he is lazy, I mean, 2 whole phases of the fight, he's just sitting in a chair. But I digress. This fight is long, like really, really long. Also, there's a lot of story going on during the multiple phases of the fight. Because this fight's so long, I'm only going to talk about the best bits. I don't know, slicing buildings in half and tossing the pieces of said building at them, being able to fly, going inside the moon, you'll see that later. Oh crap, spoilers. Tearing apart his fortress in a way that reminds me of Ninja Gaiden 3's ship level, playing as Riku when Sora gets caught by an attack that he can't escape from, ruining the triangle button on my PS2 controller, well maybe not that one. And his final attack, where he summons 1,000 missiles that you have to reflect, all while having a very cinematic piano piece in the background. But to top it all off, he starts Maul, because Xemnas is rocking 2 lightsabers, which, speaking of Star Wars, Kingdom Hearts 3 better have a Star Wars world. Just saying. But with all these things, Xemnas is only number 2. Now, what boss could top Xemnas? What boss could top any of these? That was an epic voice crack, by the way. Well, it's time for number 1, and number 1 might not be anybody's favorite boss, but it means a lot to me, and that's why this battle is number 1. It's the boss fight with Majora from Majora's Mask. I can't quite put my finger on it, but this one boss, to me, is perfect. After going inside the moon, you see 5 kids, and they all look like the Happy Mask salesman. And they're all wearing the mask of bosses you've defeated. However, the one in the middle of the lemon tree, the one that isn't playing with the other children, may I add, is wearing Majora's Mask. I know. And I'll never forget what he says. Let's play a game of good guys, bad guys. I'll be the good guy. You be the bad guy. And let me tell ya, bad guys always run. You'll be transported to a very colorful arena. The mask of bosses you beat will also take place in the walls. Then you hear the jingle with the writing Majora's Mask, and it's on like Donkey Kong. The first phase is Majora's Mask. It's floating around, and you have to hit him with an arrow in the back to make him fall, so you can damage him. After enough punishment, Majora will summon the boss Mask to attack you. And while having to take care of them, you have to avoid or reflect Majora's laser attack. After you've hurt him or her or whatever this thing is, it grows arms and legs, starting the next phase of the battle. Majora's incarnation is, well, crazy, to put it nicely. It runs around like it's a chicken with its head cut off, and is very well versed in dance, cow sack, moonwalk, pirouetting, and much more. Majora has one attack, and that deals huge damage, where out of nowhere he'll start murdering you with energy balls. Your goal is just to knock him down and spam the spin attack, and after comes the best part of the battle, and may I add most challenging, Majora's Wrath, where it grows 2 whips that are the size of the arena, so there's no escape. Just shield when it gets tired of opening a can of whoop-ass on you. Shoot a light arrow at it, you know you're at the end when it rips off its eye at you and turns into a spinning top of death. After one last blow, Majora is defeated, or just put on the Fierce Deity mask and have this boss fight done with in over 30 seconds, but it's your choice. With a unique design, extremely fun to fight, perfect atmosphere and music, that's what makes Majora my favorite boss in all of video games. So, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. This is the Dodo Wrestling Fan, signing out.